Carol from Carol's Ferals, and if you're watching this video, you're either at my facility and about to pick up traps and learn how to help cats in your neighborhood, or you're watching this on the internet. Either way, this is the tips of the trade that I want to share with you so that you know how to get cats easily, safely transport them, bring them to us where we can fix them and get them ready to go back outside to live really nice lives when they're not reproducing at record numbers. Okay, first of all, this is my favorite kind of live trap to use. It's a knockoff of a true catch trap, and it's a really good item. This is the main traps we use at my organization. This trap is called a humane live trap, so all the parts in it are safe. Cats can't hurt themselves in it. Any wildlife you catch in it cannot be hurt. They are harm-free. This particular trap is really great because there's two ends to it. First of all, to bait the trap without having to stick your arm down a whole tunnel, you have this kind of a trap. And what you want to do is the back of it has a guillotine-style door. It is kept closed with this little latch that flips over. But if you want to bait a trap, you're going to open this up, and in the back part, just beyond the trip plate, you're going to place some stinky, wet cat food. Remember, you want to use food that is enticing to the cat. So if you normally feed the cat dry food, bump it up and use something stinky, like stinky, wet, soft food, like something like ocean whitefish and tuna. Use that in the trap. Or if you need to use bigger bait as you have harder to capture cats, you can go with something like tuna fish or jack mackerel. Everything that you can use for trapping is found in the human grade food aisle of the grocery store under like the canned fish section. Anyways, canned cat food works just fine, but you never put the trap in. You never put the can in. You want to use soft food on a plate. If you don't have a small paper plate, cut one in half or use something flat. Don't use anything thick or anything that can break where the cat could cut itself. The most you want in there is like something like paper thin. Just put it toward the back, bring the guillotine door down, and make sure that you close this lever. If not, the cat can jimmy it up from the inside. They will find a way out of this trap if there's a way at all. So make sure that you flip that over so it's secure. Then, once you have the trap baited, sorry, I didn't even do that right. No, there we go. So once you have the trap baited, then it's time to set it. Okay, you got the food in the back. This is the door the cat's going to enter in. This is in a closed position. To open it, you just lift both rings at the same time, pull the door outward, and what you will notice is the trip plate, which is moving on the floor in front of the food, has a little nubbins at the end of the bar, and my finger is on it right now. The door also has a nubbins right there. So you rest the door nubbins on the trip plate bar nubbins, and that is the official terminology. It's a nubbins. Just get that right. Okay, so you got the trap set. Kitty smells the food, might circle it a couple times, but eventually if you're not feeding elsewhere, and that is part of the whole game, is to not put food anywhere else, the cat's going to walk in, step on the trip plate, and be trapped. Okay, to minimize stress of the cat, you're going to want to get the trap covered immediately. So to cover the trap, you just use a sheet or a towel, and we will provide you with one if you're using our services. You cover the trap, and the cat will stop bouncing back and forth. Okay, so that's how you get the cat in the trap. So now we have a cat in a trap, and we've got it all covered, and you could actually transport it this way. If you only have one cat, you could bring it to us like this. And if you are going to put this trap in your car, you want to make sure that you utilize one of the pee pads that we give you. These pads are very thick. You cannot get anything through them. They're used for humans in hospitals. So if you're going to transport the cat, just keep it covered all the time until I get a hold of it. Never uncover the cat for any reason. And then just bring the trap and set it on the pee pad. Okay, so now you've got a cat in a trap, but you have like 3 or 4 more to catch. If you're catching more than one cat, I will probably give you one live trap and several catch cages to transfer cats into, because traps are very expensive and we don't have enough to give everybody exactly how many they want. So we have a really nifty little gizmo here that will help you with transferring the cat. This is a catch cage. All it is a small dog cage, but the reason we need to put a cat, feral or a cat that we're not sure of its temperament, into one of these is because then the vet can handle the cat and deal with it without having to touch it. Cats are handled at our vet's office by using a fork to move the cat to one side. And when I say fork, it's not like a pitchfork. It's a trap isolator fork. And the cat can be moved to like one side, and then the cat could be injected with the sleepy drugs. So we need a cat not to come in carriers. If a cat is wild, I don't want it in a carrier. It's very difficult to get out of a carrier. So we want them to come in these catch cages. So the catch cage, first of all, if you get one from us, you want to make sure always that the base is locked in place. There's a little lever here. It holds this base tray in place. So it's super important that that is locked in so that the tray doesn't slide out, because if the tray slides out, then you can lose the cat. We also always want you to have some kind of a pad, towel, or a liner in anything that has a closed bottom, because if a cat does urinate, then you're going to have a pee-soaked cat, and that's never good for anybody, not you or the cat, trust me. So make sure that you have a pad in anything that's got a closed bottom, like a carrier or a catch cage. Okay, so you've got the cat in the trap, you've got the catch cage ready. Now you're going to transfer the cat into here so that you can use this trap to get more cats that are still running around the neighborhood. So you're going to set it up so that you have the guillotine door end against the opening of the catch cage. You're going to get yourself all set up for success. You're going to have the catch cage right up against the trap. You're going to probably be doing this on the ground, so you'll probably put your foot here or put this up against something so that this doesn't roll away and the cat backs out before you have a chance to shut the door properly. And so what you'll do is you want to have something ready and rigid, because that's how you're going to close this door. So you have your rigid item, you got this blocked, you've got your catch cage, you got your trap, and it's covered. Okay, now you want to get the cat out of it. Of course, you don't want to handle a feral cat ever, so you're going to lift up your guillotine door. The cat might want to get right out and go into the catch cage. If it doesn't, uncover it. That'll make it feel less secure in here, and it's more likely to run. If that doesn't do it, then take one more step and cover the catch cage. Then it'll feel more secure going in there. If that doesn't work, then you can kind of jiggle this a little bit. Never cock it to an angle, because then you make a gap, and that's a gap where the cat can get out. So you never want to put this at an angle. Leave it there, kind of jiggle it. The cat goes in the catch cage. Then at that point, you lower your guillotine door, and then you could uncover this if you need to see what's going on. But the number one thing is that you don't want to do is to just move this away and have the cat back out. What you want to do while that's still in place is take something rigid like the lid of this shoebox, or a piece of heavy cardboard, or something that's strong. Wedge it between the door, the catch cage, and the trap, and then move the trap away and close the door to the catch cage, pulling this out at the same time. And I'll just illustrate that one more time from a front view. You've got a cat inside here. You don't just pull it away, you pull it and close it at the same time so that the cat is not turning around and getting out on you. If you can do this transfer inside a garage, that's great. So if you do lose the cat, at least it's still captive. But if you're not able to do it, just do your best to get the cat into this unit without losing it.